Hello and welcome to another SVU live stream. I'm Coach Kev, joined by J-Moff. What's up, J-Moff?
What is up, Kev?
We got a League of Legends match. This is going to be the last match of the season, last stream of the season. I'm excited.
Yeah, I know it's been a minute. We haven't had League of Legends on for a while, right?
Yeah, since Teemo Cup.
Teemo
Cup. We had a good showing in Teemo Cup.
It's a good time. Some good shows, if nothing else, right? So
yeah, we got a new one coming for you guys. This is going to be some up and coming, League of Legends players here getting their first time on the stream, first time on the big stage. See how they perform today, and that's exciting for them, right?
Yeah, no, and especially the first time, right? Because like you, it's different. You get a different sense, like the pressure that build up, all the. Audience is watching. Oh no, obviously, not right now, but
they'll be here. They'll be here,
right? And all the recording and all that. So it'll be great to see how they perform under that kind of pressure. It'll be a show, and it'll be fun to watch. Hopefully, if you get a chance to see these guys on stream again in coming seasons, it'll be fun to look back on. So here they are, debut. Kali for real in the top lane. Tavarkas in the jungle. Psionic will be mid lane. Mage 4452 and Swizzlecake will be our bot lane duo.
So we'll be jumping in here. Like we said, these are all new players here. We do have a little bit of veteranship with Mage 4452. Hasn't quite gotten on stream, but he has been a part of the program here for a while. So we'll be excited to see how everyone can perform on the big stage, right?
Yeah. All right,
so we're jumping in here. And, all right, so Knights are in blue. Okay, they're going to be on the left side of your screen. Enemy squad, Triple O, they are in red. So we'll see what the Knights can do. Team comps here, J-Moff, what do you think about this jungle matchup here, Warwick into Gragas?
Yeah, I mean, Warwick loves to do some fighting. Gragas loves to do some ganking. I think if SVU can track the jungler really well and counter gank things, it could look real good. But you never know, right? Gragas can have some really scary ganks, especially if he's got his flash up. So we'll see.
Yeah, we got a very snowbally team coming out from the enemy squad. Gragas, Jace, Kled, all extremely snowbally champions, very good at going in, getting things done. So kind of worried about that. If they get the snowball going, they're going to be hard to stop. But it's on the Knights here to stop that kind of a snowball from happening, which you definitely can do. We have some tools here, with the Zyra, with the Varus, a lot of disengage options. And obviously Swain is hard to engage into, but it all hinges on getting your items and getting through the early game.
Yeah, definitely. And another on the bot lane here isn't Rakan and Zyra, like they're very, very prominent right now in the meta, so something else to watch out for.
Yeah. So definitely scary team coming out from the enemy squad. Let's see what the Knights decide to do. It looks like Warwick's going to start on bot side without a leash. I like the no leash. I mean, that's going to give you a little bit of secrecy going into your first clear, where you're going to go. And that first gank might be crucial to get some of these lanes going and kind of thwart the possible good early game here from this Gragas. All right, so Zaya's going to scout it out. Here comes the Rakan. He's going to W in. He's going to go wide. Good dodge there from Mage. So Zyra and Varus, good bot lane, very long range, but also very susceptible to engage. So the Rakan, the Gragas, the Kled, going to be really scary for them. Kali for real, new top laner here for the Knights, freshman coming out. Just recently picked up league. He's trying his hand. Same with Swizzlecake, freshman this year as well. So these two fresh off the boat, ready to see what they can do. But these are some hard matchups. Seeing a good trade there from the Kled.
Yeah.
Kali for real going to have to flash out. And that's sometimes what happens with the, if the Kled hits that bear trap, you really got to disengage, flash away. So,
yeah, so you really gotta. Yeah, Kled is awful. I hate seeing Kled.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens here. We're seeing the Warwick do a full clear going into the north side. Could be an angle to gank the Kled. All right, here comes Psionic going on. Axe 75's coming in. Good trade there by Psionic. Psionic has full control of this wave. Actually getting pushed into him. Good grab here. Don't know if he has the damage. Does has the ignite, but And that's what you want to see in the mid lane, right? You're shutting down Jace, who's a prominent early game champion. Obviously, Jace really strong in the mid game, but if you can slow him down early game, then that's huge. Good trade here. And here's the gank we were talking about. Tavares coming up top, trying to get that clay. Good flash out there. Psionic, can he get it? The first blood over to Psionic. Psionic was a member of this team, went on his mission, now is returning. Here comes a dive from the enemy squad. Mage is going to flash out, but a little bit too late. Going to get eaten up by that Ignite. So, double flash here in the bot lane coming out from the enemy squad. Mage uses his just a tad bit late. If he could have dodged that auto, he probably lives there. But great early start here for the mid lane for the Knights.
Yeah, and that's interesting, right? You got the opposing prio and strong sides with mid lane versus bot lane, just as Dragon's coming up here, right? So this is both the two lanes that can have a lot of impact.
Yeah.
Some teams really like that early Dragon, and with Warwick, I like a little cheesy Dragon, right, on someone like a Warwick or Volibear, but we'll see what the Knights decide to do, what they're able to do because of that.
Yeah, no, and like I was saying, Psionic, he was a member of this squad way back in the day, in the early roots of the SVU esports team. He was gone for a few years on his mission for the church, and he has returned. It looks like he's returned with a vengeance. Here we go. They're picking on Mage here without a flash. He's going to go down. That's why you got to cheat towards the south side there. Got to just let this wave push in. That's going to be the Gragas flash, though, so Gragas not going to be able to do that. So it's okay. Going to try to clean this up best she can. Obviously, as a support, it's not the easiest job farming.
It's a tough situation to be in.
At least you're getting some experience, yeah. So we want to see this Warwick, though. It was a good gank top, but you got to see the return, right? You got the flash on the Kled, and that return gank, he's trying to freeze it up there in top side, so it's going to be hard to kind of get that one off, but this next Warwick gank's got to be a good one.
I mean, that right there was just a great show of how easy it is to gank once the sum's burned, right?
Yeah. So we'll see what the Knights can do here. Psionic. Oh, exerting his presence. Hasn't missed an E yet. And so the Warwick.
Nothing happening.
And that's the thing, it's kind of hard to gank when you have Prio, right? Prio, we always talk about it. It's very useful for getting those neutral objectives, but it's not so useful for ganking unless you can tower dive, like you're Elise or something. What do you think about this Warwick? What would your plan be here, J-Moff? I know you said the early Dragons are a good option, but I feel like with this Varus being down, it's a little bit hard to make that one happen.
No, I mean, it's not right. Where you got mid, I think you've just got to play around mid. If you're getting Prio mid like this consistently, you guys are roaming together and making stuff happen, right? Like, I think you've lost some of your agency, and having not had any impact yet. I think Warwick level 3 is just insane, right? No one will dispute.
Big go into little Kled form. Kali might be able to win that. Mage going to get attacked once again. Doing a good job keeping up in CS, but these deaths are going to mount up. Kali can't quite get the kill. So close. I wanted to see the end of that 1v1. Felt like he could have had that one, but couldn't quite get it done. The level 6 there for the Kled, a little bit too much for him.
Level up and the Ignite on top of it. I mean,
so that's a little bit, and that's the price you pay. You go TP for the team, and sometimes you're not able to win these 1v1s. And Kled, is one of those champions that if you don't kill him before he gets back on Scarl, it's pretty doomed.
Yeah.
So the Knights, decent start here, but are going to be falling behind a little bit. The Dragons goes down, 0-3 in the bot lane. Mid's doing well, but CS numbers were close.
But keep up.
Yeah, they're starting to get a little bit behind in CS now. Psionic going to eat the Q there from Jace. Jace going to go in with Hammer Form. Does have the Ignite, but it's a counter Ignite. Not going to be another kill for Psionic. Psionic 2-0 here. The shining light here for the Knights. Will he be able to carry, though? 2 solo kills for him. And you, like you said, really got to play around this mid lane now.
That's your only option.
That's your only play at this point. I think top still has an angle. The Kled still has no flash. He does have his ult to escape, but I think you can get a Mordekaiser ult into the block from the Warwick, so that if he ults, you can just block it. But it's kind of a complicated situation, and you're seeing the Warwick in the top side, but with the wave shoved in, just kind of protecting from a counter gank is going to be warded out. So
I mean, both junglers up there, right as Herald is about to come up. So we'll see. Rakan now on the back, right? That's what you've got to be worried about, and a shoved in Mordekaiser.
Yeah,
with
here
this
comes
Gragas coming around.
Devaricus was top, now showing mid, trying to get onto the Jace. We'll get to Fear. We'll take off the first strike. Did have good instincts protecting the Mord, but Gragas knows Mord can just ult. Level 5 Gragas, you don't want to be going into a level 7
No,
Mord.
that's you're asking for trouble.
Yeah, Kali actually doing a really good job keeping up with CS here. Did tragically lose that 1v1, but doing a really good job in top side. Same with jungle. Mid is, has the 2 kills, but is falling a little bit behind the CS, and that's pretty natural. Jace is really easy to farm in, as is Swain is pretty hard to farm as early. As most mages, he has pretty crappy auto attack animation.
A little bit shorter range. Right?
Yeah. So, but those kills will help him. Mage is falling behind down here in bot side in CS, but with the focus, and we're seeing continued focus, actually some counter synergy there with the blast cone. But the continued focus for bot side, Mage is going to have to back off. Does have some flash back up, so we'll try to play this one out. Swizzlecake going to take an EQ from the Jace, but that's good back off there from the Knights. Nothing going to be gained there, and a little bit of wasted time. And now.
Yeah.
Now the wave's going in mid, but Psionic might not know that Gragas is coming up with the Jace. He's going to be in a 2v1 situation. I don't like these odds. He's going to get ulted under the tower. He's going to have to run away. He does have his flash. He will use it, but where's he going to go? Going to have to find a cheeky way out of that one. It's not looking good for him. Might try to get a suicide, but either way, he will try to back. Actually going to possibly... Oh, no, Jace read it. So Jace will find him. So he will pop the Swain out, but he will go down. There's no outplaying this. And that's just a little bit of, we see them, leaving bot side. They're probably roaming up. You already shoved the wave in. It's fine to just town there, reset, get your buy off, and come out on the map. Because now, with your only threat being gone, here comes the engage from the enemy squad. The Rakan going to go in. Good flash there from Swizzlecake, but will get flashed on by the Xayah. So... good defensive measures there from the Knights, but not able to win out. Mage also has to use his summoners as well, so...
And it's just kind of at this point, right, Xayah's already a little bit scary, right? Here's his
now we're getting
flash coming out.
And this is what we're seeing is the proactivity from the enemy squad. If you're not able to survive these ganks, might be a counter kill here. No, Mage will go down. Might be able to get to Xayah. Xayah still has the ultimate to cancel that one out. So, very close there in the bot lane. And Warwick's not seeming to find a way to get involved here. Either top, I think top was probably doomed either way, but it could have been on this bot side possibly to counter that.
Well, I mean, you got to be up at Herald, right? Well, if you're going to be farming your Krugs or doing Herald while everybody's bot side, I think you got to take the Herald, right? And that's just a missed opportunity. Now, when you're not bot side, it's free dives all day because of how ahead they are.
Yeah, and we saw Psionic with Prio in mid, right?
Yeah, that was the opportunity.
So then that just might be some of those nerves, right? These guys never been on stream before, never, competed, in League of Legends. And some things that are basic, that you would do day in and day out that these players know what to do, they're just not doing or not seeing, right? Because
if you ask them, they'll have the right answer every time, right?
Yeah.
But exactly like you said, in this situation, in the moment, it can be very difficult.
And tunnel vision gets way worse when you're, competing than and here we go, fight down here, gonna get the Jace. Kali going in versus Dr. Bubby, taking him down. He's hitting those Qs, but Dr. Bubby's getting back on Scar. Kali's gonna hit every skill shot, but just too much health. Wins the 1v1, but unable to take advantage of getting the kill. Great job from him in the 1v1 overall. He's gonna wish he got the kill, but still a good job. Gonna push the Kled back. And with all that focus topside, he's still doing quite well up there. So... and that's the thing, the tunnel vision gets worse when you're in these moments, right? So you got to stay focused, you got to stay disciplined. Psionic going to try to clear this ward, but his bot lane cannot swing up. Here comes Tavaricus, going to try to go in, going to try to get some CC down, but that's the mobility of Rakan coming out strong. The Knights getting sieged on bot side, they're going to lose this turret to the Herald. Swizzlecake's got to back up. Swizzlecake on the run, can't quite get anything done. Trying to desperately hold that tower. They know how important that is, but unable to do so. Kled's going to miss that bear trap by a mile. Kali's going to try to pull him to get away. Don't think you're going to be able to outrun this Kled, though. Once he hits that bear trap, Kali doing not too bad in the 1v1, but after Kled gets that Ravenous Hydra, and here we go. This is what we were saying. This is the threat. The team with the initiation is able to pull away with a lead like this, because once they get rolling...
once you're ahead, yeah.
Exactly. Once you get rolling, they can choose any fight and take it. And this is the result, right?
And with the Herald to boot, right? And now there's dragon spawning, and this is just kind of a snowball, right? It happens in the league. It's the price you pay for falling behind against a team like this. But your options are so limited here. Yeah. What do you think the Knights have to look for? Like where can opportunities possibly present themselves?
They literally have to just park the bus, get some gold. Like, luckily for them, a lot of the gold is on the Xayah, which, you know, you wouldn't feel like that'd be super lucky, but it's not on the Jace, right? So Xayah still is going to need her second item, third item. You know, her second item's probably still not in the bank. She still needs to get her boots. So you have a one item Xayah, and if you can get your mythic here on the Swain, you know, the Mordekaiser has his item, he's matching Kled. Get up in levels, you know, keep absorbing XP, but the next fight you have to win, right? Like, if you lose the next fight, you're pretty doomed. So you want to try to find a fight that's mismatched. Xayah's going to still be wanting to CS in bot lane, most likely, so you can fight towards the top side, towards maybe the next red side. Kali's still doing a great job against this Kled. Yeah. Right, so this is an avenue, and we're seeing the Warwick come up, trying to get on Dr. Bubby. Dr. Bubby is hustling out of there. It's going to be the ulti. This could be a kill. Oh, he will flash out. So Kali couldn't get into ult range there. And we're seeing the Knights group up mid, shove that down. And that's what they need to do, right? They're doing the right thing here, trying to group up, trying to get a mismatch 4v5 with the Xayah, 8-kill Xayah in bot side farming up. But I don't know if they have enough. Here comes Psionic. He's getting low, though. He will flash out. Here comes Gragas. Gragas is going to go in with his flash. Good ult there. Disengage from Swizzlecake. They do get the good ult from Varus, but can't quite get the kill. Warwick late to rotate down. Warwick there possibly could have been a good fight, but Knights end up having a retreat, and they're in full retreat mode at this point.
Yeah, when you can take a fight without the Fed Xayah there, like, you got it, right?
Yeah, so here we go. Xayah going in. Has way too much damage. There's the Gale Force coming out. Warwick will live, but the Knights scrambling, and this is also, you know, part of the pressure, right? Where when you start falling behind, not only is the enemy team snowballing inherently, but you're kind of snowballing against yourself because you're like worried, right? You're like, oh no, I'm on stream, I'm doing bad, they're fed, what do we do? And you're panicking. And that's just going to inherently make you play worse. So a lot of things working against the Knights. Good flash there from Mage, but still will go down. That's just slapping him with the wallet. Good counter flash, but unable to survive. All right, we want to see this Swain. You know, he had the early 2 kills, but you know he's got to get into the side lane. He still needs some levels. Need some items. The Knights are just getting run over, and this is League of Legends, you know, at its most frustrating. Here we go. Kali's going in. We're not seeing him back down. He's going to flash in. He's going to get the ulti there on the Xayah. Can he get the shutdown? Yes, he will. Ooh. Kali, for real, will take down the 8-0 Xayah and bring him back to reality. Great kill. Gragas will clean up on the backside, but great kill there from Kali, and this is exactly what we want to see, J-Mob, is plays being made even when you're down, even when you feel like you're out. Mage also, actually that kill's going to be picked up by the Warwick, so Warwick picking up one on the back end as well. So good job here from the Knights, still showing signs of life, even though against this squad, this snowbally squad, they're down so much.
Yeah, let's make that. Kali kind of like gives you that sense this whole game, right? Kali's not out for the fight, despite everything that's happening across the map, and showing up like that meant make the difference, right? Because like that was a fairly even fight gold wise. Yeah. Like, and maybe even, you know, Knights win that, right? Just based off of shutdowns. So that's great. There's a Herald up.
Yeah, and you're seeing the efficiency, like, even when they first initially ganked, and Swizzlecake had that good ulti, put the plants down, disengaged it nicely, like, that stuff adds up, right? Because they're using spells to try to get out of the disengage, and then they don't have those spells later on, so everyone just has to be as efficient as possible with their spells, and those things will add up, and that's why you're seeing Kali able to come in, he's able to get the kill onto Defi because he doesn't have flash, right? And he doesn't have these spells. So here we go. Warwick going to go in. Mage going to follow him up with the ulti. They do have numbers here now. Here comes Psionic. He's going to go in with the E. There's the ulti coming out from the Xayah. Psionic going in, but here comes Rakan. Rakan's going to get picked up on the backside, but Psionic will go down as well. Almost able to get the Xayah one more Q, and you feel like he would have had that kill, and that could have actually really swung this game back. But in the end, just barely not enough damage. A little bit early of an engage there from Tavaricus, but this is, you know, I like it. That's the synergy where you know you're going to have your teammates back. Your teammates are coming, even though we don't see it quite yet. Here we go. Kali's coming down. Kali not ready to give this game up. Looking to carry, going to come down here and mess with this Kled. Half HP Kled. Going to miss that Q, though. That's going to cost him. And the Kled doing a lot of damage. And no, there's the backup from the Jace. A little bit late on the ulti. And if he hits that first Q, if he has his ult up, a little bit sooner. I'm not sure if it was on cooldown or if he just didn't press it in time. But once the Jace interfered, that was doomed.
In fact, if you can use it to save the Warwick, then his cooldowns are back up
true.
Afterwards. And close, but right, there's still signs of life.
Yeah,
like you're saying, whether 100%. Or not it worked, which is all you can ask for at this point.
Yeah,
third dragon going over to the enemy here as well. So it's not soul, but it's soul point.
Exactly. Nice feeling the pressure here. Enemy squad knows that they're gonna try to close this one out, right? Because you have to with this kind of a comp. You can't give any breath back into the SVU squad. Kali gonna go up against his Kled, doing decent against his Kled all day. But like I said, Varus still not on his mythic. So he's going to be pretty irrelevant. Zyra, not on the mythic either, but Zyra's still one of those champions that can have impact no matter what. If you hit a good AoE, E, and ult, the plants, they'll do their thing. But the Knights definitely feel... Look how much damage that Gragas is doing. And this is the snowball nature. Here we go. Psionic's going to ult. He's going to go in. He's going to be AoEing them all. That's a lot of damage, though. It's a 3v4 situation. Good stopwatch there from Psionic. Kali's going to pick up another kill. The Knights are pushing them back. That's another kill coming out for Psionic. So close. And if the bot lane here just wasn't quite in position to capitalize, they do take down the enemy bot lane. And that was a very, very close fight, J-Moth.
And that being said, that was enough to save them, right? They end there. If the Knights don't fight that as well as they did and just get as much as... Look, these two guys are almost dead. They really can't afford to make too many plays.
Swizzle Cake coming up. There's the ulti coming out from both sides. Shut down over to Swizzle Cake. And that's going to be a lot of gold in the pocket of the Zyra. Might be able to finish this mythic soon. And that would be huge, adding a lot of damage, AoE damage to this squad. Here comes Jace looking for it. Swizzle's going to back him up. I can't quite get it. Gets AoE'd. Still had some summoners up. Might have been able to use them. I don't know if it would have saved them. That's the flash going down for the Jace. And that's where Jace hurts on his 2-item spike.
Yeah, a lot of damage out of that guy. But, still, and if you look at the long fight picture, right, it was 5 to 3.5, you could say, right? And with the shutdown, Knights looking bad, but for as bad as it is, not looking so bad, if you know what I mean, right?
Honestly,
I think there's real potential here. These fights, I don't like this fight.
No, this is not good. We do have the blast cone, so that will be calculated.
True.
Warwick had it calculated the whole time.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, the Knights actually looking quite well in a loss. We've seen other teams falter to less of a easier game state than this, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're in a pretty doomed situation. But they're still fighting it out. Even that bot lane fight, they're one ability away from picking up 4. Right, yeah. 4 kills and possibly setting up a Baron with vision. Here we go. Kali's he doesn't care. He's gonna go in on the Xayah. He's gonna hit the Q. He's gonna fly in there, try to deal as much damage as she can. And this is the power of Mordekaiser. She's gonna ult out, but here comes the rest of her team. Can he finish her off? She's at 1, but he can't quite get that last Q. Can't quite get the kill. So the Knights have to retreat. Warwick trying to get in there as well, but can't quite get through the front line of the enemy squad. Here comes Mage shooting away, doing 0 damage. Doesn't quite have any items yet. Gonna have to back up as well. Swizzle Cake with a good disengage, still alive, coming out of the base. They're under tower. Can they get the kill onto the Kled? He's taking a lot of tower shots, but will disengage with the Scarl. Swizzle Cake gonna try to get something done. Will get flashed on by the Gragas. Does not have the ultimate back up. And that's looking like lights out. A good fight there at the end, but just not enough. And that's just where the gold lead is just out of control.
Right. Love the playmaking though, right? The flash on. It's just the downside of as many carries as they have that you can't touch as SVU. Getting Xayah out of that fight is great, but it doesn't exactly change the outright without you. It doesn't really help your team against the other carries. But all in all, I think the Knights, first performance, there was jitters, butterflies in the stomach. We got all sorts of difficult things happening across the map. Very snowbally team. But I'm not unimpressed. I'm excited to see more of these guys, when the time comes. And I think that was a good show, if nothing else, right? We got a lot of fun from behind fights that were just almost there, so close.
And that, we said in draft, right? Or when we saw the lineups, the enemy squad was so snowbally, right? And if they get any kind of a lead, they just have so many tools to engage. They have low item spike thresholds, right? Gragas spikes so early. Jace is spiking early. I think topside looked really good. I think Kali, one or two ability skill shots away from turning some of those 1v1s. The same with mid, obviously looking good, winning going up 2-0 early, right? I think Mage, kind of got caught off guard with the engage from the bot side, had to burn his flash early, and then has 3 quick deaths. Swizzle did the best she could down there, trying to salvage the bot lane situation. But when they drop the Rift Herald, they're bringing down 4 members, and just Warwick not being able to find any early game success. All those things are going to snowball against you, and that's what we saw there.
Yeah, and if we were in a situation maybe where this team is feeling more confident and able to make those proactive plays instead of just like we talk about this a lot, right? Reacting the entire game is not it's not make it easy on yourself, or if you can make the right reaction when it presents yourself. So there were a few things where maybe the Knights could have had been slightly less behind, and I think there's one of those, like 1,000 gold, could make all the difference. Like it's not very much, but it could have made all the difference for this game.
And I think you kind of highlight. I think macro wise, early game, the big decision was the missed Herald opportunity.
Yeah, it was
I think you called that one out. Swain has the prio. We could have gone up, got that Herald, and that could have been a gold swing back in our favor that we really needed at that time to kind of give us some more HP, give us some more stats going into the next fights. And slowing down that snowball, right? Because they can't get that whole tower without that Rift Herald. So, and we see the Swain die, then they get the Rift Herald, and that's where the game really snowballed out of control. Yeah. So, but yeah, I think a lot of these players are new, first time on the stream. It's multiple freshmen, some players, still learning, changing roles, things like that. So these guys definitely have some work to do. But I was really encouraged by how they fought through to the very end, right?
Oh, yeah, never count them out of the fight, right?
Yeah, and those are the people that you love to see grow, and I'm excited to see what these people bring in the future, because if you have that mentality from the start, you're never going to have a game, that they're down like 15K or more. That's the most you're ever going to realistically be down, right? So
before it's over.
Yeah, before it's over. So the fact that they're still finding fights, still finding shutdowns, even in a game like that, it gives me a lot of encouragement for this squad going forward. So I'm hoping to see them in the future. That is going to be the only stream we have available for today. I want to stream more, but there's a little bit of technical difficulties going on Riot's end with our ability to stream. So we're gonna have to call it a day there. But thank you guys for tuning in. I think this is probably the last stream of the semester. We might have one later on, maybe a fun one or something. But if that happens, make sure you follow so you get the notification when we go live. But yeah, good showing here from some of the Knights, and we'll see how these guys improve over the course of the rest of the semester and next year. So
good showing and good season overall. I think this was a great time. Hopefully, you guys were able to enjoy it as much as we did. I know there were some ups and downs. It makes it fun to ride.
Yeah, no. So. Yeah, and thank you, J-Ma, for being here, throughout the season. It's definitely a good season for all the games. And we hope to see you guys in the fall. If this ends up being our last stream of this semester, be back in the fall. We'll have some fresh streams for you, and we can be able to continue to track tonight's progress. So
either way, we'll catch you guys next time.
See ya.